Hey there, YouTube friends, Masked Bandit here, and it's a very special day, and since it's a very special day, we have a very special video. Before I go any further, thanks so much for watching me today. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, hit the like button. It means a great deal, and it helps a lot, and if you're new, please consider subscribing it, so you don't miss any of the good stuff going on over here on our channel. We did it. Thank you. This is the 5,000 subscriber dedication video. Like, holy cow. And within the last couple weeks, we've gained almost 1,000 of those subscribers. So first, before we go into what we're building here today, can I just take this opportunity to really say thank you to each and every one of you, from number 1 all the way to number 5,000 and beyond, to infinity. I'm very humbled by reaching 5,000 subscribers. When I started doing YouTube, well, heck, to be fair, I've been on YouTube since 2007. But when I started doing Let's Plays, or more specifically, when I started doing RollerCoaster back in, I don't even know, 2016? Maybe? Yeah, I think it was near the end of 2016. I think I had about 600 or 700 subscribers. And I never thought I would see 5,000. That wasn't even a goal. It wasn't even something that I thought was going to happen. And it did. And that's really cool. And it's not about it's not about the monetization. It's not about any of that business. It's about, hey, 5,000 people like what I do enough to subscribe to me and watch me occasionally. I'm really humbled by that, and I really do appreciate it. If you're one of the newer subscribers to the channel, you're just starting to figure out what I'm about, and hopefully you're enjoying it. If you're an old-time subscriber, in the comments below, what's been your favorite thing that you've seen on the channel from me, be it Planet Coaster or otherwise? What's your favorite thing that we've had in the last few years here? Because that's what I kind of want. Down in the comments, go ahead and talk about, favorite Masked Bandit content, favorite Masked Bandit moment, or just, what if anything you've gotten out of the channel. I'd like to hear from you guys. So go ahead and do me a favor and drop that down in the comments below. I think that'd be really cool. So what are we doing here for our 5,000? For our 5,000 video, for the 1,000 video, if you look back and you go back in the history of the channel, you'll see I did a roller coaster that was sort of like a raging bull, but bad. I'd like to think that my coaster skills have gotten better since then. Still not one of my strengths, but I think my coaster skills have gotten better since 1,000 subscribers. But we're going, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do a dedication series. And I know what you're all immediately thinking, dedication series, were you going to dedicate this to yourself? No. The last several weeks, I've been heavily invested in Planet Coaster, and heavily invested in the channel, and working really hard this summer at daily content, sometimes to the detriment of my real life. Like, I'm a teacher, I'm home for summer right now, a couple more weeks before we go back to school, but I have a wife and 2 kids, and you'll notice I titled this video an ode to my wife. Big shout out to Lady Bandit, to Mrs. Bandit, to my wife, for allowing me this summer to put as much time and energy into making videos as I have. She's been super cool. She's given me a day. Every Friday is my YouTube day, where she takes the kids and she keeps them occupied for most of the day. That's how I've been able to get daily content out to most of the time, daily content out to all you fine folk, whether it be Planet Coaster or Jurassic World or any of the other games that I've been playing the last couple months. It's all because she allows it to happen, and she doesn't complain, and she is very supportive, even though she doesn't really get it. But she's supportive, and that's what's important. And to be frank, if it weren't for her, if it weren't for my wife, this wouldn't happen. This couldn't happen. I couldn't have 5,000 subscribers. I couldn't put the time and energy into the channel that I need to without her. So mega props to her. So what we're doing is I asked her, what do you want? I want to design something for you, knowing that she doesn't play the game. She could care less. She doesn't understand. She's not into it, and that's totally cool. But she likes to bake, likes to cook. She makes, we don't buy bread from the grocery store at our house, usually. My wife likes to bake bread, and so that's a weekly or bi-weekly occurrence at our house. So she goes, make me a bakery. I said, okay. And I wanted to incorporate some things for her. I wanted to incorporate some things more for the channel. I wanted to incorporate things for me, but the basics of the building here is a bakery. And it's a bakery for my wife. And you'll see once we slap the sign on it, I'll talk more about it when we get there. But this particular building, this particular bakery, is a direct rip-off. It's a direct inspiration from a Christmas Village piece that I found. I googled Christmas Village bakery, and this popped up. It was one of the first. It was, it just popped up pretty early in the search, and I really dug the kind of Victorian look to it. My wife grew up in a Victorian house in central Illinois. So that's kind of neat how it kind of plays like that. It was a yellow house, but I wanted to keep the color scheme of the reference image. So I didn't make the house yellow. I didn't make the bakery yellow. We kept the colors as they are. But yeah, so this is and I thought that'd be a good thing to do, because once RollerCoaster started and I kind of found this whole thing of using model village pieces for references, that's something I've been doing a lot for the last year, several months at least, and so I thought it would be a good thing to do for a dedication building like this to celebrate 5,000 subscribers. So that's why we went with this idea. So it's called the Om Nom Bakery, a Easter egg to the very first episode of Conifer Slopes in Planet Coaster. Was a tour of the Om Nom Bakery, and it was one of the very first custom signs I ever made in Planet Coaster, and that's kind of become one of my standout things, are my signs. So that's why we named it Om Nom, kind of a throwback to one of the early Planet Coaster episodes on the channel once RollerCoaster started. And so you'll see it's also, I don't know if I have it under there yet, it is going to be called the Om Nom Bakery, a Golden Tomato Company. And that's a direct reference to my wife. In college, when we met, her screen name, back in the days of AIM. Let me know if you know what AIM is. Showing my age. If you remember what AIM is, her screen name was, part of her screen name was Golden Tomato, and a bunch of other things. But yeah, so I thought I would pay homage to her in that regard as well. Call it the Om Nom Bakery, a Golden Tomato corporation or company. So now that Om Nom Bakery in No Name Landia is actually my wife's, because Golden Tomato owns Om Nom Bakery. One of the things I struggled with in this building, I really wanted the bright look of the thicker beams, but the thicker beams were really thick. And so it was kind of interesting to get that to work together. And the windows are a far departure from the reference, because you can actually see into the shop. But that I really didn't want to mess with that too much. I thought making baked goods out of art shapes or whatever would be a little difficult. Oh, here we are. Our main logo, the big logo over the door says fresh content, baked almost daily. I didn't like baked daily almost. I wanted to flip it around. So we're using, there is a very small custom sign coming up in this building. But you can see I'm playing with different combinations with those two billboards to try and make them the same size so that they fit. Depending on how many characters you have on a billboard, it'll change the size of the font. And it looks goofy if you're trying to, use more than one, and they're all different colors. Here is a very quick and very failed attempt at making a little loaf of bread. I was like, I can make bread, and I got about a minute in. There you go. That was it. And I said, nope, stupid, not gonna do it. And then I had the bright idea of naming what the bakery sells and throwing in some very subtle, like, you're not gonna know this unless I tell you, so I'm gonna tell you. I wanted to put some things of what it sold, but I wanted to secretly, I guess quasi-secretly, put in some roller coaster names. So we have, and oh, they gave me hell on the Discord for this. Really moist croissants. That first thing that popped into my head, because I needed RMC. Because when you have RMC, Rocky Mountain Construction, RMC. So the bakery sells RMCs. The bakery also sells bagels and muffins. B&M. Ha ha ha. So all the coaster people out there will get that. This is the big tongue-in-cheek thing here. It's a bakery, yes, but it's also a Planko spouse support group. Again, a nod to her, because sometimes she feels neglected sometimes. So we made the bakery not only a bakery, but it moonlights as a Planko spouse partner, what have you, support group. Girlfriends, boyfriends, spouses, partners, all are welcome. Anybody who's ever felt neglected because their significant other has spent too much time playing Planet Coaster, you are welcome at the Bakery. Just a little tongue-in-cheek thing I thought would be kind of fun. So, and we're already getting close to wrapping this building up. I was really blown away at how quickly this all came together. It's one of the easier buildings I've done in a while, even though the shape is kind of wonky and it's got all these little different sizes. I ended up going ahead and doing some, doing different buildings to make it, to get the dimensions and the proportions and the way I wanted. So another one, and this shout out to Gravity on Bronation, he suggested scones and sweets for SNS, the coaster company. I changed it to scones and shortcake. I think that I like that a little bit better than scones and sweets, but the general idea was his. So shout out to him. I think that's pretty awesome. So we add that, then we throw some extra windows around just to kind of flesh out the other parts of the building. Hard part is the reference image only really showed the front, so I kind of had to guess. And I figured that if anybody uses this, like if I use this, the sides and the back are not nearly as important as the front, like as a theme park building. The sides and the back, it's the front that really needs to pop. So that's what I really spent all my time doing. And as far as the dedication series go, I'm going to throw this in as part of it. This is probably the easiest one to use in a park setting. It's the smallest. You'll notice with the Archer there, the scale here is I think really good for Planet Coaster. I think you can. I hope to see a lot of people use this. So if you play Planet Coaster and you watch me, you are more than welcome to use this in your parks, in your scenes, in whatever. I just ask that you can edit it too. I don't care what you do with it. I just ask that you don't re-upload it as your own, and give me credit if you post it somewhere. And let me know that you used it. Send me a picture, drop me a link, something. Somehow get in contact with me and say, hey, I used your shop. I think that'd be really fun. I want to see what you guys do with it. Just a little bit of foliage on the side. Just a little bit of flowers. Some of the new flowers. So this does use 3 of the 4 expansion packs. It uses all the expansion packs except for Adventure. We don't have any Adventure packs there. So here is our tiny little custom sign for this build. We're not doing a really large one. We're going to do a pretty small custom sign. But again, to go with Golden Tomato, I try my hand at doing a little stylized tomato. And only the little green, are they leaves? Fronds? I don't know, the green part that connects to the vine, that gave me a little bit of trouble. I just kind of good enoughed it. And here's this bobble technique that's all the rage. Mike's using it, and SP Ridley's using it, and I'm using it because we're all crazy. We're going to give the Golden Tomato a little face just to make it real cute-like, you know? So, yeah, this is a big pain in the ass. Even that little bit. It's like, come on. But totally worth it. I mean, that's easy. That's not. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. It's easy. And we nest some of the red tomatoes in there to kind of further the idea that, yeah, that's a tomato. nest it in there real good, throw it up on the sign, and there you have it. That is our little logo for the building, the Om Nom Bakery, which is a Golden Tomato company. But remember, it's also your support group. After that, it's just a matter of putting in some curbing, some sidewalks, because again, this is a Christmas village, and so it has a little base on it. I wanted to show that, and it's also a good way for, if someone decides to use it, to understand how deep to sink it. So I think that'll be pretty good. One thing we missed in the video is the address to this building. The address to this building is 5,000 Subscriber Street or Subscriber Avenue. I don't know. It's one of the 5,000 Subscriber Avenue. There you go. Putting a little porch light on the building, because I figured if this bakery, it kind of looks like it would be a house too. Like when I was growing up, I went to a dentist that was his main floor was the dentist office, and I guess he lived upstairs. It was kind of weird, but whatever. So little bit of lighting, not too much, just enough to make it work at night. Adding tree, needs a tree, so we throw in a tree, and that's just about gonna do it. That's about it for the episode. So one more time, thanks so much for the 5,000 subscribers. I'm humbled, I'm blown away, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying the channel and that you'll stick around for all the fun in the future. And let's shoot for 10, huh? Why not? We're this far. Let's go for 10. So hopefully you'll see another one of these at 10,000 views. Hopefully it won't take a couple years to get there either. Hopefully we can get it quicker. So final bits of trim going on the building. Then we're going to jump to some cinematics. So have yourself a great day, great night, great whatever. Have a great, great day. And I'll see you for the next whatever on the channel. Talk to you later, everyone. Bye-bye.